guys.
Welcome back to a new video.
Ooh.
God,
That
that's
was
weird.
Yeah, that was very weird. Anyways, Melinda built this. What are we gonna call it, Melinda?
I don't know.
Why do we always have this problem? I hate it.
I guess it could be like a jungle home or something because
Yeah, it
there's
looks
like
like
a lot of tropical like trees and stuff around it, but
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe it's a vacation home or something.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to build like a Granite Falls vacation home for so long, but because I suck at building traditional houses, especially anything to do with wood, I'm just so bad at. I can't. It doesn't work.
I don't know. It's just because we never do that, so we don't have any experience.
Maybe. I don't understand wood, you know. I go on all the wood colors and I'm like,
What do I do?
how to wood? I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, anything to tell?
I did a
life
lot of
doing?
like. Oh, you mean I thought about the build.
Yeah, you could talk about the build too. Give the people a bit of a.
I tried to experiment with the terrain tools, and it freaked me out so much. I was so annoyed that you can't place like plants and stuff on hills because they're just gonna like be all over the place, you know, and like just hover above the ground.
I know, it's so
like,
frustrating. Yeah, it just doesn't work. They have to. I don't know if they're gonna fix it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it
don't
will
know.
be better in Sims 5.
Yay. I hope it's gonna come out soon.
I feel like it's gonna be at least another 2 years until it's gonna come out. I think they're gonna like Sims 4 is gonna be the game they drag on for the longest.
Yeah.
Because I think all the other ones have been. Let me do a quick search. I think all of the other ones have been
Well, we look it up
4
once?
years. Yeah, we
It
have,
should-
but I keep forgetting.
It
4 or
should
5
come out
years.
this year if it was in the same pattern.
Yeah, and it came
'cause-
out what 2014. So every 5 years. First ever Sims game was released in 2000. That's so cute. And then The Sims 2. Well, Sims 3 was 2007.
Sims 2. Why doesn't that?
I
Why
don't
does it not say that?
The Wikipedia thing is so funny. It literally says when all of them came out, but Sims 2. Yeah, but anyways, Sims 3 came out 2007 and The Sims 4 2013, so I guess 6 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it should be coming out. Okay, so it's 6 years, not 4 or 5. But yeah, 6 years in between all of the games, I guess. Or around 6. I think the first one wasn't
it's
as
been
well.
6 years since The Sims 4 came out.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think graphic-wise and stuff, it still hasn't been quite outdated. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Like I feel like it still
Right.
fits most of the things today. Like I think, I think the build mode is still pretty good
Yeah.
compared to the
everything
graphics
looks great.
that games have. I mean, obviously not compared to like Witcher 3 and games like that where you're like, is this real life? You know, but obviously they didn't even try to achieve that with The Sims 4 because it was always meant to be more cartoony, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, I think that The Sims 4 has been the most popular one out of the series, which is so weird because I feel like Sims 4 is a game that a lot of people played that didn't play any of the other games. Like the new generation, I think, played a lot of it, like the 2000er kids. I don't know, maybe because you can play it on worse PCs and like a lot of kids have laptops these days. Whereas when we were younger, I was like almost the only child that had their own PC. When I had my own PC when I was 5, I think, because my dad. Oh, even before that, I think I shared it with my sister because I remember when my parents split up when I was 5, and I remember when my dad still lived here, so I must have been like 3, 4, from what I can remember, because I don't think before that I remember anything. He used to have his PC at his desk, and then he had this like bunk bed, but with no bunk on the bottom, just on top. And under that, he had this little like area for us to sit and play PC games. It was so funny. So I must have been 3 or 4 when I had my own PC, which is crazy to think of. Yeah. I don't know. And then all the parents today, like, we have to reduce the screen time for the kids. And I'm like, I turned out somewhat okay. I don't think the PC was a problem. I think there were other problems that caused me to be a bit not so well done as other people. But yeah.
Oh, you're fine.
It's funny actually though, thinking about screen time with kids, isn't it? Because like, I remember my parents never really cared. I mean, my mom used to say I'm addicted to my PC when I was like around 14, and then she used to hide like my keyboard and mouse, but she always used to hide it on top of her wardrobe, so I always got it down, played until she got back from work, and then put it back, and she never found out. Yeah, cheeky me, but
I was reading the whole day.
I was doing homework. But yeah, I don't think apart from that they were super strict. Like, I was allowed to watch as much TV and play as many games as I wanted to. But I guess it might have been different because here, like, I wasn't home as much because I grew up in a capital city, so after school I used to go to this, like, place where they take care of school kids, and then I got picked up at, like, 5 or 6. And I mean, there wasn't a lot of time that I was able to spend on my PC, unless it was, like, vacations or something.
Yeah. I don't know. We never had a TV, but we always had computers and stuff, so...
Yeah. I don't know, I feel like it's fine, but then I know that there's been studies that with smaller children, it really messes with their, like, development skills or something. I've heard about that, but I have to do some more research. This is not a true fact. This is just me saying that I heard this about some studies. I think it's before the brain has developed a certain, like, I don't know. I'm not a biologist or a doctor or...
Whatever. Whoever knows anything about brains and stuff and development.
Let us know what happens in the brain when you watch TV. But yeah, I think it could mess up the creativity or, like, imagination skills, as you would say on The Sims 4, of the toddlers. But as far as I'm concerned, like, all the kids I know have been watching TV, or, like, all the people I know have been watching TV when they were younger.
I don't know. Things used to be a lot different when we were kids, I think.
Like, yesterday because I have this babysitting boy, is that how you say it? I don't know. This boy I babysit, Jon. He's, like, super cute. He's literally the funniest little boy ever. He's 3 years, and we went to I was going to say supermarket. We went to the playground yesterday, and there were 2 girls, and they were about 9, 10, 11, around that time, around that age. And they had a smartphone and just filmed themselves on the playground. And then one pretended to call up her mom and say that she has to hang out with the other girl and how it's so uncool and how she forced her to do it and all that sort of stuff. And I was just like, what's youth up to these days? I just don't understand. Like, it was just cringe to watch, you know? And I cringed really fast, but that was super cringe. I was just standing there like, why?
Yeah. And I always see, like, pictures of my host kids from America, and they always do, like... I didn't know that the duck face was still a thing, but apparently it is.
Oh, wow.
Because they always do that on pictures. Like, all the girls are just, like, posing, you know? I don't know.
It's just
I was like, I thought that was uncool by now.
It's just so bizarre how, like, younger people want to be older earlier than we did.
Yeah, right.
I mean... Where does it stop? Like,
I feel like in 7th grade I was still playing with dolls and Barbies and stuff like that.
Me too, totally. I remember when I went to, because in Berlin after 6th grade we go to, like, middle school, I guess.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
But it's like our middle and high school combined kind of thing. Like, you only go to these 2 schools. But yeah, I went from elementary school to the higher one, I guess. And I was 12, and I remember we went there to have a look at it and stuff and check it out. And then because for some reason you had to talk to the head teacher for the application because it was a really weird school and they only wanted the best people or something. Like, I don't know, I had to convince him why I wanted to go to that school or something. And if I'm smart enough or, like, I don't know. It's very weird. Very bizarre because, keep in mind, I was 12.
Yeah.
You know, and our schools are not, like, I don't know. It's not like it really matters how you do at that age. Like, no one really looks back at those grades and goes like, oh, you know, why didn't you do better?
Yeah, I only know that kind of situation from when you wanted to go to that higher school in 5th grade because you could go early and then you would be in a class that, like, is a bit faster.
Further than...
And they're further ahead of the other kids.
I get that, but for me it was just strange.
Like in 7th grade, I don't get it.
It was strange, but I remember when I got accepted and we, like, I think we went there to, like, hand in some stuff. And I remember when we sat back in the car, I was like, Mom, I need skinny jeans. Because I just saw all the older kids, or like teenagers, I guess, with like skinny jeans. And I was like, no, I'm going to get bullied if I don't wear skinny jeans. And that was the first time I think I ever even picked anything for myself. Like before that, I was just like, I'll wear whatever, like. I probably picked my clothes myself, but I didn't pick what to buy. I just chose what I wanted to wear at a certain date. But like when I look at kids, well, with 12 you're still a child. When I look at kids that are 12 now, they have more style than me and they own more like brands than me, and I'm like, where did you get these shoes from? They're like 120 euros. I work and I can't afford that kind of stuff. It's like, okay. It's just a bit weird. But yeah, I don't know if maybe parents, like if there's any parents out there, do you think it changed? Like, as in you buy your kids more expensive things? I don't know if you can hear our cat. I think he's hungry. Yeah, I think he's hungry. I don't know. He's super cute, but he's very annoying as well lately. He's been a bit weird. Anything else we can talk about? Also, I don't want to be that old person that goes like, the youth nowadays, but it's just strange. Like, I just wonder where the point is where it stops. Notice.
Yeah.
Like, where do they, like, there has to be an age where they don't continue wanting to be older than they are, kind of thing. Because it's kind of sad.
Imagine a 5-year-old being like, I'm grown up.
That's my kids in America. Ella, like the middle child of the family that I used to work for, she was like always pretending to be a teenager. It was hilarious. It was so funny.
Oh, she definitely had the attitude.
Yeah, but then I remember, I never knew this, but I think kids find teenagers weird, because I remember we were at this parking lot and there were teenagers just sprinting over this road, and all my kids just went like, teenagers. I just had to laugh so much. I was like, that's a thing, like kids find teenagers cringe. I didn't know that.
That's funny.
It was so funny. But I don't know. I find teenagers cringe, but I find myself cringe when I was a teenager.
Yeah, it's just a weird phase cringe. That you're in.
Yeah. I mean. They're always so loud as well. Why do they have to be so loud? Like whenever I
want to be heard.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Is it like the rebellious kind of thing? Because whenever I get on a tram and there's like a class trip with teenagers that are around 12 to 15, it's so obnoxiously loud. Like, I literally get instantly into a bad mood. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
No. And when it's kids, like small kids, they're so much more behaved and quiet. They just sit there like, going on a trip. It's funny. I don't know. You could talk about the build too. We haven't talked about it at all.
True. So it has 2 stories.
Oh. Ooh. You probably haven't seen after all those like 13, 14 minutes that have gone by.
God, it took me way too long again.
I remember when you build it.
Yeah.
I literally sat on my PC and I recorded a cast video, which takes about 15 to 20 minutes. I edited the footage. I did the little like teaser video. I edited, is that the word for it? The teaser video. I made the thumbnail, and then I went to check on Melinda what she's doing, and she was literally on the outside structure for all this time that I've been doing that. She was still like on the first block of the house. Oops. I think you were still in the first square. I think you had 2 squares.
Yeah, because I was experimenting a lot with the terrain stuff.
It was just so funny. I walked in and I was like, what are you doing?
I wasn't really, I don't know, it wasn't a good day for recording a video.
Yeah, I don't know, I can't build lately either. I mean, it turned out nice, so like at least, you got somewhere in the end. Doesn't really matter how long it took you to get there, but yeah, I guess. It's been really bad for me to build lately. I can't.
I don't know, I'm not the best either. Like, I have to get into it more again.
Yeah, I think you have to build consistently. Yeah. And I just have to build modern houses and nothing else. I can't. I try because, like, since I had my computer issue, I don't know if we've talked about that, actually.
I think we did.
No, because I think the video that went up, we might have on a build. I don't know.
I feel like we definitely talked about it.
Maybe on Twitter, but I don't know on a video. I don't know, but yeah, everything got deleted. So I don't have any of my saves. So that was fun. And then I started a new save game and started the Not So Buried challenge again, and then I wanted to build a house for her, and I was like, how?
How do you build a house again?
Yeah, I hope. Especially starters, because then I was like, oh, do I want a modern build? But then if you read the things for that challenge, like for the first generation, I feel like it just didn't look like she would have a modern house to me. I don't know why. I was just like, I feel like she'd live in a traditional house rather than a modern house. And then I was like, okay, I can't. I wish I was better at like traditional houses, and I love them, and I watch a lot of...
I feel like you used to be really good at them, though.
Yeah, used to be. No, I don't think I was ever good at them, to be honest. Like, I can build something that looks okay-ish, but as soon as there's multiple stories or, like, too big, I'm just like, I can't floor plan on them, you know? Like, when I like, build a modern house, and I'm like, oh, this makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
And then, well, sometimes it doesn't, but, like, most of the times. But then in traditional houses, I'm like, where do they put stairs? What happens? Like, what do they do?
Yeah,
I just don't
usually
understand.
like in the front? Like,
that's what I think, but it never fits. And then it's all so cramped up, and then the rooms are huge, and I'm like, what do I put in a room that's that big? Like, I just don't know. Because with modern houses, it's like,
there's just a lot of empty space. It's
fine. And it's fancy, and it's like sleek and like minimalistic. So it's like, okay, I can pull this off. But in a traditional house, it's just kind of weird if there's not a lot of stuff laying around.
Yeah. I agree.
That's why I think we tend to build, when we build traditional houses, our traditional houses is like, oh, it doesn't have, it has a normal roof on the outside and maybe paneling, and then on the inside, it's just modern because like...
I don't like the traditional furniture that much, honestly, so...
I do like it.
Like,
No, I do like it, but like, I mean, not the dark browns and stuff, I'm not the biggest fan of that, but like, I still like seeing it because I think it's a lot, like, it's very realistic to have houses like that. I think a lot of people have houses like that, but like, we're definitely more into modern things, but I think for myself, I like a mix because our flat isn't, I mean, we have cat shelves on the walls, so it's not very sleek because we're cat crazy, so yeah, obviously, we need cat shelves.
Yeah.
But apart from that,
wood. We got a lot of wood.
Yeah, we got a lot of different woods, but like, I mean, not overwhelming because our walls are like light grey and white, and then we just have a table made out of wood and a couch table made out of wood in this, and my piano.
And the light above the table.
Oh, basically. Oh, yeah. True. We have like, we made this light with a board, and there's just like a few light bulbs coming through, and they're just hanging. It kind of looks like that one light from The Sims, from like the cats and dogs.
We should actually try to build our apartment.
Maybe if we reach 1,000 subs. Hit us up. No, I'm joking. I don't
Tell
think
all your friends about this channel.
I don't think we'll ever reach that. But yeah, we're fine with the scratching the 300 for 3 months. Has been 3 months, but it feels like it. Anyways, we hope you enjoyed this build. I wanted to say little build, but it's not really that
I didn't really talk about it much, but I mean, I guess you can see what it looks like.
I guess if you subscribe, you know that we never really talk about the builds, but just come up with random stuff. So anyways, if you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like, comment, and
subscribe
if you haven't
already. Oh god, that was cringe.
I love it. See you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.